Ladies and gentlemen, anyone watching this, we hit double digits. This is video number 10. And I decided to change things up. I know that we're building the pond right now. That series is coming out. Don't worry. Going to be a video soon. But it's going to be an informational video today. I'm going to teach you guys how to cook a trout. Now, it's a few days after an annual trout fishing tournament that me and my friends go to. And you can keep the trout obviously that you catch. And I caught 3 brook trout. So what we're going to do, trout are known to be very good eating fish. I'm going to show you guys how to fillet it, how to cook it, and all the steps you need to know how to make a nice dinner out of some trout. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to defrost your fish. After you catch them, you might not eat them right away. Even after you do catch them, you're going to put those fish on ice. You're going to freeze the meat to preserve it. So what you're going to do, as you can see right here, I have my trout in a big pot, the biggest one I have, and you're going to want to put them in a bag. I have 3, so I'm just gonna like a ShopRite bag, one of those plastic bags, anything that can hold them without getting water in them. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna put them in the bag. You're gonna fill the pot with it doesn't matter. I just put like room temperature water. It doesn't really matter. You're just gonna let them defrost. It usually takes, I don't know, maybe half hour, depending. I don't really know. It's not that long, but you're gonna need to defrost your fish before you obviously start cooking them. Alright, now that I've let my fish defrost, I just open the pot. You can feel the meat. If they're bendable, then they're good to go. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the bag out. You can see, I'm going to show you in a second, but you can empty the water out. You don't need the pot anymore. Get rid of that water. Put that right there. Okay. So now the next step, I'm just going to do 1 for you guys because I need more room. It's not going to be enough room with all 3. So I'm just gonna take the biggest one that I got, which is this bad boy right here. Pretty sure. Yeah, right here. There we go. There we go. I got it. Oh yeah, these guys got some gnarly teeth, let me tell you. Alright, so you can see right here, he's bleeding. But anyway, this is a brook trout, if you guys didn't know. Good eating fish. I actually, in the tournament, I caught him on this sucker right here. I know it is a trout lure meant for catching those big belly Kelly 20-pound bass, but these brook trout, the other species of trout, they don't want them in their territory. So this is a rainbow trout, as you can see by the lines right there, and these guys have bright colored dots. He just came in. I mean, he choked this thing. He choked it, absolutely choked it. And I set that hook, and I got him. That's how I got all 3 of these actually. I mean, that thing's won me so much money in the past, but that's besides the point. So, what you're going to do, you have your fish right here. First thing you're going to want to do, you got to remove the head. You're going to cut, it's going to be hard to show, right behind the gill plate right here. You see that? Right behind the gill plate right there. You're just going to cut that. And you're not going to cut the whole thing off. You're going to want to leave some so to give you some leverage. So right there, you can see, I'm about halfway down right there. You can see that. So, what you're going to want to do, you're going to turn your knife sideways. Actually, you're going to cut more down there, actually. Down to the stomach right there. Behind the fin. It's behind the fin and behind the gill plate. Right next to it is where you want to go. Alright, so then, what you want to do, take your knife, turn it sideways. Bam. You're going to get all that meat. And you're just going to, you can see what I'm doing right here. Saw the whole thing down. Look at it. You can already start to see this big chunk of meat right there. That's exactly what you want. You're going to go all the way down. I think I missed some right there. It's okay, though. Go all the way down. You're going to keep going. You're going to hold the tail and your finger up here so you don't cut yourself. And give you some leverage. Right there, all the way down. And the skin's hard to get off. There you go, right there. So now, all that meat right there. You can see that? Bam. It looks like salmon meat. So now, before I cut the other side, what you're going to do, you see all this stuff right here. All that bad stuff, you're going to get rid of that. There's some bones in there. You're just going to saw that right off like that. See that? Coming right off. There. Stomach parts. There's some bones right here. There we go. Yep, right there. That's all bones. And ribs or I don't know, something. Alright, get that off. So right now, you have this big piece of meat right here. So we're going to put that off to the side. Right there. And now, for you graphic viewers out there, you might not want to see this. This is what we have so far, inside of the trout. All that stomachs, guts. I mean, you could use that as fertilizer or something, I don't know. But I'm going to flip it over. Same thing on the other side. Take the fin up, right behind the gill plate. You're going to cut down. to where the other half is. Right there, halfway through. Then you can hold the gill plate if you want. Turn the knife sideways. There we go. Sideways, you start cutting all the way down. There we go. There we go, that's good. Oh yeah, this is a better piece. And you can hold it, I guess, like that. Oh yeah, this is a good one, guys. Getting hungry already. You know, sometimes I can get the whole thing, but that's a good piece of meat too. And I'll take all that off after. But you can even get more if you want. There is a lot of meat on a fish. If it doesn't look like it, there still is. You're gonna cut the tail right here. That's hard to get a grip on these guys. Get that off. Come on. There we go. And there's some, you know, yeah, look at all that meat. All that meat right there. I do not have a fillet knife, but this is just as good. This is one of those Japanese samurai knives from the Japanese Amish. They make very good knives. There we go. That's another piece of meat right there. That's a good morsel right there. You know, some of you guys have queasy stomachs, might not be able to do this. But, you know, people back in '87, they, this is how they lived. They hunted and fished for their food, you know? I'm gonna get that off after. So you just gotta do what you gotta do. Bam, another piece of meat. This is a good chunk of meat right here. Cut all this off. There you go, look at that. That's a bite, that's a whole bite right there. Another bite right there. You could fry all this up. I'm gonna show you guys after how to do all that, but just for now. It's orange. It looks like salmon meat. That's how good it is, let me tell you. Alright, so this is all the stomach guts, as you can see. This is the head. Again, you can use it as fertilizer. I know people do, or I don't know, some people eat the head. I don't know. Anyway, I need another bag. I'm gonna need to get another bag, but I'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, we cut the fish from the middle out. So there's still gonna be all the skin on every piece of meat you have. Now, you could just put it on the griddle and the skin will melt right off. That's a good part about trout. But, you know, it leaves it kind of a mess. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna get a napkin quick. You don't need to make your griddle a mess, guys. And it's skin, it's slippery, it's very hard to cut with the knife. So, this is a little trick I learned when I went to Germany. We went on a trout fly fishing expo. The Germans do these. You're gonna take the freaking, whatchamacallit, the weed whacker. And some weed whackers are different. You're gonna follow the steps to turn it on. You gotta do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flip the lever that way, and you're gonna pull it to start. Now once you get it to start, it's the same thing as grass. This skin is soft, so when the things are going, you get it just the right height above, it's gonna cut it right off. And watch, it's gonna be absolutely brilliant. Now I just gotta do this. Alright, so I fired the griddle up to about 350. You can do whatever you want depending on how you want to cook it. So what you're going to do, you're going to take some butter. Everything's better with butter, obviously. See that all over there. I'm just trying to give you the best angle I can to get the trout and the griddle in one picture. You're going to spread the butter out, just like anything else you're going to cook. So far, nothing different. Maybe some more. You don't want the meat to stick. That is the most important part. Get some more butter on there, sizzle that baby up. Put it all around. Now, I assume that you're watching this while you're cutting your own trout, so that weed whacker, you're welcome, is all I'm gonna say. Alright, so now we got that. That's gonna be good. So what you're gonna do, you're just gonna take your meat, your skinless meat I add, right here, and let's just listen for the best part. Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear. So I got all my meat over here, right here. Just gonna lay it flat right on the griddle. Yes, sir. That's one of the best sounds in the world right there. Big chunk right here, big chunk. It's hot. Another one, another good one right here. I mean, look at that. That, you could sell that at a sushi market and no one would know the difference. That is just beautiful. Right there. And finally, the last piece. Man, right there. Let me put this guy right here. Right there. Alright. One more, actually. Right there. Alright. So now we got all this going right here. So, you know, every 2 minutes, you're just going to flip it over. And to get it to the consistency that you want, you know. I like it when it's white, you know, not white, not raw in the middle, white on the outside. It's good. So that, you know, it's going to let that, make sure it's not sticking, which it shouldn't, because you put the butter on it, or Crisco, whatever you're going to use. There you go. And it's cooking good so far, guys. You all just want to get under it a little bit, and then just let that sit for 2 minutes, flip it. I'll get back to you when we're done. Alright. Finally cooked it. We got a nice drink to wash it down after. I did use some Sazonador Total Perfect Seasoning. You can see right there. It's like onion, garlic, some herbs. It's from Goya. I just sprinkled it on while I was cooking. I also put like the lemon bottle juice on it. So, you know, gotta have some lemon when you got your fish. But anyway, I haven't tasted yet. This is gonna be the official taste test of the brook trout. Yeah, here we go. Now that's good eating right there. It's good. It's good. I just ate the fin. Like that's good. That's how good it is. This reminds me of camping in the woods, the lakes behind you. You catch a fish, make a campfire. This is what that reminds me of. This is really good. And that's all you need to do. That's as simple as that. How to cook a trout. And this works for any type of trout. Brown trout, brook trout, lake trout, rainbow trout, big belly kellies. This is it. And it's very good. So, this is my first how-to video. How to cook a brook trout. I'm going to be coming out with more how-tos. Maybe how to cook another fish. Whatever you guys want me to do. Leave in the comments below for the next how-to video. Also stick around for the pond video. I really don't know if you can see my face right now. Hopefully you can. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned.